Hello, how you doing? It's been a while. We're doing Final Fantasy 14. I unlocked some society quests. Let's get to it. Master, I only wish to help lost Fath, a well-meaning wish, but now it seems it will ruin us. With my travels, I have greatly angered the Overmind. I have brought this misfortune upon our colony. It is my duty to rectify it. I thought long and hard, and there is only one way to avoid war. I will destroy the Overmind himself. Without his guidance, the One Mind will know not what to do. They will grow confused, so confused they cannot go to war without a leader to command them, yes? So I will give myself up to the last Ganath willingly for the Overmind to come out of his nest, to cure me of individuality. In that moment, I will strike. If I submit myself to the One Mind's thoughts, he should not suspect. Should not. Master, when the storyteller spoke of true purpose, it caused me to reconsider my own. Perhaps becoming an adventurer was not my purpose at all. Creating the guild, traveling to distant lands to secure resources, treating with dragons. Perhaps these were to serve a greater purpose, to protect my colony. 1 second. Creating the guild, traveling to as these were to serve a greater purpose, to protect my colony. I will not shirk this duty. My sense of self is strong enough. I will be victorious as I was at Ank's shrine. Master, I cannot ask for your help this time. The storyteller will have need of you here at the colony. Should I fail in my task, all Vath must prepare themselves for war. Forgive me, these are difficult things for me to say. Very difficult, but I must, so farewell for now. You look troubled, great hunter. Is there something amiss? The fool, the Overmind, will gladly welcome him into his arms. Even should he strike down Overmind, it will be not. When one falls, another rises. So it has ever been. Great hunter, we are vulnerable to the Overmind, but his faults hold no sway over man. Only you can pursue him. But storyteller, you should find the Death Arm. There are too many drones in the hive for them to escape. Too many. The Overmind could command them all to strike at once. We must try to reach him before that happens. If Death Arm enters the hive and is cleansed of his individuality, the One Mind will grow confident, very confident indeed. His recklessness will only spur them into swifter action. Let us hope there is still time. I will try to summon the others, those who may be willing to help us. Hurry, great hunter, to Lost Askanath. It's done. He is cured. Whoa. You come in vain, fleshing hunter of gods. Sense of self no longer exists in this one. He is ours once more, one with many, in harmony. Harmony that you would never hope to achieve. Your division breeds chaos, murder, war. You do not understand peace. Would that you could learn, could link our harmony is beyond your kind. All submit to a single thought here. We do not quarrel. But you, fleshling, you sow discord, you nurture deformity, you would murder the many. If you thirst for blood, hunter, then sate it with one of your own. Leave our hive at once. Release the deft arm. You do not understand. The non-mind senses of self fester and corrupt the whole. The non-mind threatens the natural order. This one presents is poison, anathema. We feel it growing, gnawing, present yet apart, defiant. No longer it ends. Corrupted flesh must be destroyed before it grows and claims us. We know your strength, warrior. We know your thirst. Grant him his death, or will you let him grant you yours? Remember who you are, Deft Arm? Deft Arm. What is this? The scenes, they tear. Impossible. No, we are many, and you are one. Even if you stray, you cannot escape. You will obey. You forget that Vath have yet have allies, powerful allies. Give him hell, Deft Arm. You're stronger than this. You're an adventurer, are you not? Pull yourself together. Without Deft Arm, who will Dry Rock share stink eggs with? Deft Arm, Deft Arm, Deft Arm. Whose thoughts are these? Silence, silence. The link, it bends to his voice, to his will. One speaks louder than many. Master storyteller, I know you all, and you know me. Yes, I am the Vath Deft Arm, adventurer and protector of my colony. You None would dare assault us. None. You know not what you have done. Withdraw. Interesting. Those who have allied always followed the will of Overmind know nothing of other powerful bonds in this world. I felt a great fear in him, greater than his hate. I believe the one mind will avoid us for some time. I felt such emptiness as they feel. There were no shapes, no flavors, no moods. There were no questions, no answers. Only a single command, to obey. I should not accept such a world. I was able to regain myself thanks to all of you, but now I feel so exhausted. Let us return home to the guild. My friends, I cannot thank you enough for coming to my aid. Friends, now don't go thinking it's cause I'm soft, cause I ain't. Planters have been depending on the steady flow of arrow shafts from your guild. It'd be too much trouble to go back to fetching them ourselves. That putrid incense supplied by the guild may make my eyes water, but it keeps the convictory blessed free of dragons. Gobbies cannot get enough of guild stink eggs. Dry Rocks gets shiver shakes without them. I never realized that the guild has become so important to so many people. Lothas Vath no longer lives as a parasite. Thanks to the Adventurers Guild, our sustainability is guaranteed as long as there are those willing to accept our help. The One Mind believed that we were alone, that we only survived by clinging to each other. That was their conception of a colony. To welcome strangers into the hive is unthinkable to them, and our advantage. Unlike the Overmind, we can forge alliances with others to enrich our colony. They cannot ascertain our strength, and that is cause for them to leave us be. Much cause indeed. The non-mind has much to be thankful for. It seems we have become too useful to those around us. We are sure to repay our wonderful allies' kindness in whatever way we can. Even so, I yearn to experience more. to explore new lands and meet new people. I have learned much from your lessons, but it is time to be on my own, Master. I have burdened you long enough. I know that I have much to learn, and that, try as I might, I can never be as strong as you. I must develop my own strengths and see to the guild and its future adventures, but I hope someday to join you. Your pupil will make you proud. Wait for me, Master. Okay. Next up. I've been thinking. Yes, I know what I said. I wouldn't overthink things. You were still troubled by the possibility that Anne Ladd was born out of Titania's ether? I don't know how you, uh, see such things. But to us pixies, taking on the ether of another doesn't make you that person. You're simply another pixie. Sure, such a view is certainly in keeping with what is known of pixies, that you aren't empathetic by nature, yet I thought you would have more of an attachment to your friend at least. Well, the simple fact is a pixie is a pixie. Doesn't matter whose soul they came from, or that they inherited someone's dreams. Having said that, if someone was my friend, I feel as though I want to, I don't know, understand them, I suppose. What's more, when Titania's consciousness leaked out of the castle, we all felt their torment as if it were our own. If Anne Ladd was indeed born of their ether, then the torment is literally their own, and I can't help but feel sorry for them. Before they become the king, my friend wasn't so different to the rest of us. Just loved a little more by nature is all. Deep down, I don't think that Anne Ladd is so different either. There must be something we can do to help them. And to begin with, I want to ask that boy in Mork Silk a few questions. Come, let's go to Les Meg. Ah. 2 seconds. Okay. To be able to speak with people as they sleep, it's a convenient power, I must admit. This boy thanked Anne Ladd, as you'll recall. I want to ask him what happened exactly. Oh, it's good to see you again. Isn't the pale pixie with you today? The poor lonely one? You mean Anne Ladd? Did you speak with them? Just a little in my dream. There was something about them, something that reminded me of my sister. I found them crying alone in a cold and empty place. I felt sorry for them and said that I'd be their friend. And then what happened? I don't remember clearly, but they tried to create water for my sister, only they were really clumsy and made the water into a monster instead. Wait, that nightmare wasn't even meant to be a nightmare? Right, everything turned into a mess in the dream, but I'm grateful to Anne Ladd. They gave me a chance to face my fears and helped me to remember my promise to my sister. Uh-oh, it's time to get up. I have to go now, but you can call me again anytime. Anne Ladd tried to create water in their dreams, only to make that nightmare. I can't imagine the darkness they carry with them. The more I learn about Anne Ladd, the more I feel sorry for them. By the intensity of your concern, one would be forgiven for thinking you were more immortal. Perhaps it's due to the time you have spent frolicking in their dreams, and more recently, the company you've been keeping. What, you think Yo is rubbing off on me? I don't care about all that right now. We have another region to reclaim, the Great Word. As I recall, many there have dreams about wanting to be useful to others, and to have others regard them well. I see. I believe my master referred to this as the need for self-esteem. In any case, you'll be pleased to know I've already sniffed out where the nightmares are concentrated. Let us make for Slitherborough. I don't like it here. I feel as someone is watching me. These woods are ancient. I would not be surprised if the spirits of Eld still abided here. Let us be quick about our task. As before, we seek a slumbering child. Right, Ezel and I will begin the search to the south. Yo, we leave the east to you. Please, you have to you have to believe me. Ah, there's our source. Quiet, she's stirring. A flying pig and a pixie. Am I still dreaming? Wait, you can see me? Then denizens of Slitherborough are magically gifted, and as child she would possess a natural affinity to pixies. It's not a wonder that she can see you. I'm sorry, but I'm not myself right now. Every time I close my eyes, it's the fort all over again. Everything burning all over again. Uh, those animals, they were my friends. So you've known loss too. I won't let any more animals suffer the same fate. I'm gonna become a priestess and then everyone will listen to me. It's alright, we're going to make the nightmare disappear. Such ugliness has no place in Little Meg. We'll watch over you and keep you safe, so rest easy now and go back to sleep. An intriguing change. Yes, most intriguing indeed. You don't have a nightmare to devour? Why? Why? And lad, come out and show yourself. We have to talk. They don't appear to be in a talkative mood. Why don't you just listen for a change? My poor belly. As if there's a volcano in there. It begins. Ready or not, here it comes. It doesn't get any easier to look at. Yo, get ready, now. Some kind of fire fiend? The air around it is loud enough to burn. Ooh, that was too hot for comfort. You've done it again. Hurrah. A moment later and I would have been roast. Pork Sallian. Porksies become Pork Sallian. Not roast. Anyway, the nightmare is gone. Let's see how the little girl is doing back in Slitherborough. Whoops. Oh, I was wondering where you had gone. I wanted to thank you for helping me in my dream. What? You remember? Clear as day. You see, for as long as I can remember dreaming, I've had prophetic dreams. I make it a point to make note of what I see in them. And 2 years ago, I saw what was about to befall Fort Gone. The Sin Eater attacked in the fire that broke out. I tried to warn everyone, tried to tell them to flee, but no one would believe me. No one save Master Matoya, but by the time I got to her, it was too late. I felt so powerless then, simply because I was a child. I had no voice. I wanted so badly to be heard, to be respected. I dedicated myself to becoming a priestess and proving my worth. But no matter how hard I tried, it felt as though I never could do well enough. Always, I feared that I would fail, that I wouldn't be able to protect anyone or anything. Then the nightmares started, and I was made to relive that day, made to feel the powerlessness over and over. I had just about given up hope when you came and showed me that dream. Thanks to you vanquishing the nightmare, I feel at peace now, with myself and who I want to be. May I ask whom I owe my gratitude? I'm an old friend of Master Matoya's. Truly, you're Master Matoya's friend. There's no one I admire and respect more. She is so wise and gentle and beautiful. I want to be just like her. I'll have to pay this Matoya's dream a visit. I'll be sure to make you appear as well, yo. We can dress you up like this and, oh yes, like that. Well, I had best return to my training. Though I will keep working hard, I won't let the fear of failure burden me anymore. My thanks again, and please take care. Well, now, to be seen and appreciated, I could get used to this, but come, let us return to Lin Meg and open the gate before Enlad finds a new target. All proceeds paid thus far. Come, let us unseal the fourth gate. So just one more gate? After this? This is the gate to great wood. Go and lift the seal. Yeah, just one more door. By freeing the little girl in Slitherborough from her nightmares, you and yours have reclaimed the dreams of those in Rocktica Greatwood. Tierbeck appears eager to further beautify Lee Meg, and for this they require your aid. Excellent. Only one gate remains. Well, that's just that. With that, there's just one gate left. And where does it lead? I haven't the faintest. Before the nightmares, there wasn't a fifth gate. I couldn't begin to guess what's beyond. And you didn't think to mention this? Never mind. One can't expect a pixie to adhere to logic. And lad, so this is Larry Meg. It always seems cold and forbidding no matter where I go. But here it's different. Here it's warm and inviting. To think that dreams could be so beautiful. Fear not, I have hardly any power yet left. And yet, I don't want to fall asleep. I don't want to have that dream again, the one inside the castle on the lake. Leah Gian, then you were indeed seeing Titania's dreams. I'm not sure. It's a dream of a lonely soul that my heart shows me. A dream of rollicking and playing with a dear friend. Would that I could rollick and play too, but every dream I touch turns into a nightmare, and everyone despises me, mortals and pixies alike. And lad, you always talk of what someone else wants, but what of yourself? What of your own desires? I don't know. I only know that in the dream of the castle, a nasty monster appears. In a terrible, grating voice, it whispers in my ear, "You were born to bring nightmares, a plague." What? Hear me, Anne lad. With the powers you possess, you mustn't question your own existence. If you do, your essence will thin out until it is consumed. I've had enough of all this doom and gloom. I'll be your friend, alright? So please, let's put an end to this. You'll be my friend? Well, are you alright? Huh? It didn't seem to do anything. No, you're not my friend. And lad, let's head outside for now. Anlad becomes even more unstable, and little wonder, ether that forms them is too potent for a newborn pixie to bear. If they continue to question their own existence, the nightmare in their heart will grow and grow until it consumes them entirely. I don't know what Anlad did to me, but I seem fine. Just a little tired, perhaps. I would surmise that had you shared Anlad's needs, you would have become a source of the nightmares, like the children. Is that why they said I couldn't be your friend, because I don't share their needs? I believe so. Oh, for the love of, why do they have to make things so complicated? Well, there isn't much we can do about it. Anlad until they choose to reappear. Let's focus instead on filling Raktika with fun and happy dreams. When you have time, Uni is always looking for help. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Do 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 do. Nice to see you, yo. If you have a moment, I'll tell you the latest. Thanks to our cool and easy and breezy staples, our hippos have been getting all sorts of luxurious shut-eye, and the little pots can't be tempered away from their splashing. All in all, our growing family is bursting with energy. Good thing, too, seeing as our services are in ever higher demand. Folks have even started coming in around petitioning for our employment, if you can believe it. We've always liked keeping our business to ourselves, so the thought of welcoming in strangers felt fully queer at first. But helping others is what writers do, so we've got some new faces on the team. Besides, as swamped in requests as we are, we'd be lost without the extra help. Help, I say. I appreciate the enthusiastic chorus, Orville. But what have you done to your head? Orgo, you look fantastic. This is hardly the time for jesting. We are in a crisis, I tell you. Crisis. They're Gastura in the jungle. Ever since you mentioned that thieving Matangana, I've had this terrible suspicion. I had to know for certain, so I cleverly camouflaged myself with this Gaja disguise and set out to investigate. That's a disguise, and ain't you sweating an awful lot? I would choose a pool of sweat over a pool of blood any day. Between the Ura and the Gastura, there can be naught but violence and requital. And there is no doubt as to what I witnessed. A Gastura in the flesh. The image of it shall haunt my dreams. Those red eyes, that devilish armor, that cart drawn by a frothing hippo. What? A hippo cart. He declared his name with a ghastly voice. Akala. I became an edifice of fear. He asked if I was his Mantangata brethren. In that moment, all I could envision was my own death and dismemberment by that beastly creature. Before I knew what happened, I heard my own voice cry out. Not. I am but a passing Mansuya. Mansuya, do you have bodies of men and heads of beasts, so if you squint really, really hard, never mind. Ain't no way anyone buyed that. Actually, he was terribly polite about it, pressed his hands together and bowed deeply before leaving me be. You're saying you let him go? Ain't no doubt he's the bandit we're looking for. You're a fighter, aren't you? I'm sorry. While I have come to cherish the Akastora as my friends and allies, Gashajara are another matter entirely. When I came to my senses, I searched the area and found one of your associates, injured and missing his cart. No doubt the same cart now in Akala's possession. Luckily, your man's injury seemed manageable, so I saw him to Palakistan, where Yezin is treating him now. Is that so? Then I owe you my thanks. Sorry for losing my temper like that. Everyone's entitled to their weaknesses. Anyhow, even if he did give us his leg bail, he can't have gone far. I say we track him down while the trail's on and take back what's ours. Then let us reconvene at the Shroud of Shamga. I shall take you to the very place I encountered him. Sarah's in Savannah with the others. I won't be responsible for my actions if she gets taken too. I left Morrow in charge, but if this Akala character really is Ganesh Stura, I'd like to get back sooner rather than later. This is where I last saw him. From here he rode off that on that stolen hippo cart, but I can't for the life of me remember which direction he went. I was so paralyzed by fear that north could have been south, east, west. To let phobia get the better of me like this, can I really call myself an adventurer? There ain't much use crying over spilt milk, spilt chai. You were caught by surprise and of story. We should stay grounded and focus on what we know. Grounded, of course, that's it. Grandmother would often say that the trail to prey begins at the hunter's feet. And look here, on the ground beneath our feet, wheel tracks departing in a southwesterly fashion. I say we divide our efforts to prelude any gesture or trickery. I shall accompany Trina as her guard while you survey the area for hidden villainy. I'm counting on you. Sweeping your gaze across the area, you see no trace of Gashajura, hidden villainous or otherwise. You listen closely to the sound around you, the faint hustling of wind through leaves and snuffing of wild beasts, no hippo carts. Yo, I thought I heard fighting. You okay? Looks like we finally found our man. His eyes are real red. I heard fighting. You heard Battle Brothers? My Vantagata tolerance won't be defeated by the likes of you. Why no fire? Thavnir full of fire. Asgard here good for conquest. I ain't got the foggiest idea what delusions you're riding in on. But I'll tell you one thing. You're picking a fight with the wrong island. You'd best get back what you took and skip along home. No, not leave till conquest Thavnir. Small gesture, shame to tribe. No place for our Kala and Battle Brothers. Traveler far to prove strength, protect brothers. Conquest Thavnir, home for brothers. Can we sell this peacefully? Use silence. Askala no fight today. Battle brothers must eat medicine. I see your reasoning, but you ain't got no right to involve my hippo. Let him go, now. Your food, good taste. Good wagon, good ride, good for Battle Brothers. Soon your home conquest for Akala. Remember. Hey, get back here, you. What kind of person compliments your cooking before riding off with hostages? He's gone. If hippo carts weren't so fast, we could have given chase. He said something about being small, but he didn't seem much different than us Ascadora. Are other Gashdora seriously massive or something? Oh, about twice as big as your average Ascadora. It is even said that their leader, the giant Grand Regent, is indeed so grand that to gaze upon their full stature is to break your neck looking upwards. In comparison, Akala seemed quite modestly sized. Were his compatriots similar? I see. Only slightly bigger then. Still, they must be considered quite small by their own other brethren. He said they had no place to go. Can't say I don't know how that feels. He didn't seem very open to negotiations. I know. But keeping his brothers safe came before anything, didn't it? Hard to damn him for that. Getting pushed out of society is just for being who you are can't really work you well. Makes you wonder if you were even worth anything to begin with. No wonder he's itching to prove himself. On the Azim step, the very notion that Gashtura would be capable of such nuanced emotions is, pardon me for saying so, preposterous. However, judging a book by its cover does nothing but feed fear and misunderstanding. This is something I certainly learned thanks to my experience in Thavnir. You've got to judge others by their actions. Of course, so far, Akala's mostly injured my associate, stolen my property, and kidnapped my hippo, but still. Back in Venspati, we lived in a small village pretty cut off from the rest of the island. People had their opinions of you, and it was no easy thing changing anyone's mind. I remember butting heads with other villagers to and again over how they treated us. Even made plans to leave town without a hippo to my name once. So I think I know how Akala's feeling, if only a little. Now, let us brace ourselves with some adventuring fundamentals, review of the information at hand. The bandit responsible for the assault of a hippo rider, theft of personal property, and kidnapping of an innocent hippo is a god Shastura called Akala. According to him, he and his compatriots are here to conquer Thavnir, so as to prove themselves to their fellows and secure a home of their own. Akala also seems to have taken a fancy to our carts, which means he's got good taste, but it also means that Servana is high on his list to conquer. If I rallied my people and had you two there to back us up, we could probably put down Akala and his crew, full stop. But I'd rather it not come to blows. I'm not going soft or nothing, but causing a hurly-burly don't exactly right any wrongs. I want to talk with the others and see if we can't figure out a way to do this civilly. Settling matters peacefully should also put you on the right side of the Radiant hosts. I shall be sure to relay your plight to them in a most sympathetic fashion. Now, I shall away to Pakala stand to check in on my ailing associate. Once he feels well enough to travel, I will send him along. Yo, I'd like your input on our strategy. I'll head back to Savrana first to round up the others. How about that bandit? Not only does he biff an innocent people's courier, he vanishes without our hippo. When I'm through turning that scamp into paste, he'll wish he were turmeric. Normally, I'd hand you the pestle with pleasure, Gasha, but things aren't so simple. After all, in another lifetime, us and Ascala might have been brothers. I agree with the boss, but don't feel right pushing around someone who's been through the same thing we have. Still, knowing that bastard swindled his way into our sweet hippo's heart is bringing me to tears faster than Maro and his damned onions. Since when do our hippos trust the likes of Gashtura anyway? Well, with so many jobs taking us hither and yon, our hippos have gotten used to all sorts of different folk. Even Akala's just one in a crowd. Makes you think, if he can learn to ride a cart, anyone can. Anyone and everyone, I should say. And why not? We gather people here like you and a girl, adventurers. And when a job comes in, we send them on their own hippo carts. Having a crew of strong arms hanging around the place gives us the advantage, just in case Akala ever decides to pay us a visit. But they don't have to be brawlers, neither. Say we got some alchemists, we could send them anywhere on the island to take care of injuries, the right deed for any need sort of thing. Opening an adventurers guild, are we? Why not? Stop by, have a drink, hear what work's available. I think I'm onto something here if I do say so myself. If I can get a link pearl connection going with Kankana, that'd be even better. We could give each other moment-to-moment updates. Maro, we've got a kitchen, so how hard could a Mahan be, eh? Get me a Mahan, Maro. Mahan, you got it, boss. I'll get Mahan running in the twinkle of a hippo's eye. Thanks to the efforts of Maro and the others, Sarvana has a new Mahan. The Hippo Riders are now trustworthy couriers of some repute. Connect with contacts across Thavnir to reach new and exciting heights of business. that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.